The Charleston River Dogs did Tanya Harding night.
That's good.
Where they honored Tanya Harding. They invited her.
They honored her?
Yeah, she was there. And just coincidentally, it was also free miniature bat giveaway night.
Interesting.
But she did not know. They did not tell her that it was going to be free bat giveaway night at the same time that they were honoring her. Welcome back to Nanodosing. It is Tuesday. It's January 14th. Today's episode brought to you by Game Time. We love getting out to live events. If it's a concert, a football ticket, a comedy show, and we always use Game Time, the official ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. Big T, can you cruise on over to Game Time real quick? I want to know how much we're looking at to get into the Commanders-Detroit Lions playoff game on Sunday.
You want to guess?
On Saturday night, excuse me. I'm going to guess like $700. I think it's going to be a pretty pricey ticket, but I think Game Time is probably going to have the best deal.
Maybe it might be other places, but on Game Time, I can get you in for $475.
That's a great deal.
Yep.
That's a great deal. Use Game Time, save a bunch of money. With Game Time picks, they're making it easier than ever to get to a game. Game Time Picks filters out all the fluff, and it only shows you incredible deals on great seats, so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets. If you look at those Detroit Lions tickets, you can see the Game Time Picks deal, and you get great seats. Just pull up your chosen event, turn on the GT Picks setting at the top of the screen, or you can browse the best local Game Time Picks deals near you on your Game Time app homepage. What are you waiting for? Buy those tickets right now. A lot of great football happening. We're right in the thick of it. We also got college basketball going on. NBA, NHL. It's a great time of year to be a sports fan. Take all the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code MACRO, get $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, use promo code MACRO, and you get $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. What time is it? Game time. All right, we're back. It's Nanodosing. We have Arian Foster, the man who single-handedly willed the Houston Texans to an upset victory over the Los Angeles Chargers. Arian was honored at the game. They posted about you. You had the family there. You got a little scared of the gun that they shot.
It wasn't that they shot. My daughter's the one that shot it, bro. My 15-year-old daughter, they gave us this little run through the script of how it's supposed to go. You guys go out here, you do this, whoop-de-whoop. And she was supposed to pull the gun after he said a certain word, and she pulled it before he said it, and it scared the shit out of me. But, yeah, I jumped for sure.
What's the mascot's name that you went running to?
Toro.
Yeah,
I went running to. What do you mean?
Well, you kind of sought shelter in Toro.
You ran to Toro for comfort.
I just went away from where I heard the noise. I didn't know what was there. You could have been standing there.
I would have loved to provide that for you.
I think that's good instincts, though. If there's a gunshot that goes off and there's a loud, comfy, fluffy character near you, like, go get a hug.
Yeah. Toro I was in the arms of an angel.
Was it a fun experience?
Yeah, it was cool, man. A lot of love being shown from the organization's end. The dopest part was like that. The Houston Texans posted like a little hype video that used one of my songs on it because I make music, and it was just a dope little moment, cool little synergy. Now they reached out, they want to have me around more, and yeah, we'll see how that goes.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Did you think about wearing the Letterman jacket?
Nah, man, you gotta bury that joke, dog.
Do you still have it?
Nah, I lost it in the flood, Harvey. Yeah, the whole house 5 feet underwater.
I didn't want to make that joke, but Hank made that joke, so I thought I'd say it to you.
Joke trash. Hank's joke's trash. Your joke trash. Shit trash.
I did stand up for you when Hank made the joke, though. I said that was J.J. Watt's idea. He had it designed.
It wasn't J.J. Watt's idea.
I know, but I was just trying to get the heat off you.
Oh, well, it wasn't my idea either. It was Sean Cody, I think. Is it Sean Cody or Connor Ball, and they were kind of like thick as thieves? So one of them. I think it was Sean Cody, actually. It was a dope idea. We just got waxed. If we win, you know what I mean?
Yep. So yeah, that was very cool. And then the Texans went out there, won the game. How was the game?
Oh, it was cool. I went. I was up and down like all the suites. I met the CEO of Coca-Cola. She got a nice little suite. She told me to hit her up. I'll be doing that. Not like that, but just you know what I'm saying, like for some business stuff. Yeah, just got to go up and down, meet and greet, see some old teammates I ain't seen in a minute. It was a dope time, man. Whole family had a whole box. We had a whole suite. That was cool. So
that Texans defense played really well too.
yeah, they played well, man. It's they're one of those sneaky teams. If you let them hang around, they're gonna be a problem because they can run the ball well, and they can play good defense. So if you let them hang around, that's how you get beat.
Those corners they're an issue.
What's buddy? He made All Pro, didn't
he? Stingley, yeah.
And ain't an easy task, man.
Yeah, and everybody buried the Texans. They said no chance against the Chargers, no chance against Harbaugh. Arian showed them.
Showed, man. I will provide.
Did you talk to the team at all?
Nah, it's not that. Nah, they don't want to hear from ex-players like that, bro. It's not.
Don't hear pump-up speech.
I don't have that. They were like, "Yo, when you go out there and you're gonna hype, you're gonna get the crowd hype." I was like, "Do y'all not remember me? Like, I'm not a hype type of. Like, I'm chill. Like, I'm not. It's not me. I'm not finna hype nobody up."
Yeah, I think Mad Dog and Mackenzie were more excited than anybody else in America to see you doing that with your family.
Oh,
that's love, man.
Yeah, it was fun. It was cool. I got emotional. I was with 6 people, and I made everyone stop what they were doing and sit down and watch the game.
Oh, it was on TV?
Show Arian on TV. No.
I was looking
like,
for
waiting.
it on TV.
I was looking for it.
Yeah, nah.
And then I started tweeting. I was like, where is Arian? And then people were showing me the actual video of you.
I thought they would because they show every when the Seahawks were in the playoffs year after year, whoever raised the 12 flag or whatever, that was on TV every single time.
Yes, it goes like that for some stadiums. They show the honorees. They don't do that for the keeper of the lighthouse unless it's Tom Brady. Hank didn't get that honor when he did it. But yeah, it was a cool day. Congratulations, Arian.
And PFT was there.
In cartoon format.
What do you mean in cartoon? What does it mean?
So this was the Nick game. This was the Nickelodeon simulcast. So it was on CBS?
CBS and then Nick.
CBS, but they also did a broadcast on Nickelodeon. And on the Nickelodeon broadcast, there were like player animations and there was like slime that shot out when somebody would score a touchdown, like computer graphics and shit.
Yeah.
So it was like SpongeBob themed. And coming out of a commercial or going in, I forget if it was going in or coming out, but they said there are a lot of celebrities in attendance tonight watching the game. Sports podcasters, Big Catfish, and PF Manatee are here. And they showed a shot up in the box, and it was this catfish with a mustache and a Bears hat, and then a skinny manatee with a Commander's colored hat that was like putting his arms up in the air and sunglasses. And so they said, Big Catfish and PF Manatee are here. And also, we've got LeBron James. So we beat LeBron.
What the fuck?
Probably, I'll bet you Drake was executive producing that broadcast. That's why.
He was who made this?
It was Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon made it. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so it was me and Big Cat, and then it was LeBron and Kevin Hart.
Ice
and then
Spice.
After them, Ice Spice, yeah.
That was the word. I believe they just named that one Ice Fish Spice.
Yeah.
That was. I mean, you shouldn't have even put that one up if that's what you were gonna come up with.
Is there such a thing as an ice fish?
I don't know. There must be.
I know you can go ice fishing.
Maybe that's it.
Crocodile ice fish, I'm seeing.
It still sucks. You can't just do Ice Fish Spice.
Yeah, that's not good.
Got to be something else.
That wasn't good, but yeah, I liked the Nickelodeon broadcast. It's fun.
I watched the entire second half on Nickelodeon.
So, Jim Harbaugh got captured by
the evil bubble, I think.
Dirty Bubble?
Dirty Bubble.
What's the Dirty Bubble?
I remember that it's from SpongeBob, but I don't remember much other than it's a dirty bubble.
Okay. Because I didn't know. We talked about that in part of my take yesterday, and I think Max brought it up, and then we were like, oh, crazy, because the Chargers got outscored by a lot after he got captured in the Dirty Bubble. And then we were like, what's the Dirty Bubble? And Max was like, something with SpongeBob.
The Dirty Bubble is one of Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy's arch enemies, along with Man Ray. He first appears in the episode Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy 2. He is able to trap his enemies inside of his bubble.
It seems a bit unfair.
Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy's like enemy.
Seems a bit unfair. How was everybody else's weekend?
Good.
Solid? Big T?
It was fine. I do have a teed off in relation to watching football.
Okay.
Have you, I know you've seen it because you watch as much ball as I do. This new Matthew McConaughey commercial for Agent Force.
Mm-hmm.
Have you thought about that for more than a tenth of a second ever?
I'm trying to remember which commercial this is.
I'll refresh your
memory. Is this the one where he's eating?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So Matthew McConaughey sits down at an outdoor restaurant. It is pouring rain. He says the booking website I used didn't have an AI agent that can know the weather, so now I'm out here in all this rain. Then a waiter brings him a plate of shrimp. He goes, doesn't know what I like to eat either, which is not that. Then across the street is Woody Harrelson, also sitting outside, albeit under a small awning, and they have a back and forth. I have several ridiculous problems with this commercial.
Pick it apart.
Okay, first of all, you just wouldn't go to the restaurant and sit down if it's pouring rain outside.
They probably also wouldn't seat you outside.
I would guess they would try to avoid that, but if they did, you'd say, oh, I'm not going to do that.
No, their servers are like, we're not seating tables outside because it's a downpour.
Right. The second thing is, I don't know the last time you went to a restaurant. They don't just bring you food that you didn't order.
It's true.
They don't just guess. You have to tell them.
That's a good point, yeah.
And thirdly, Woody Harrelson is also sitting outside. They're just under a little bit of an awning. You wouldn't sit out there either. It's the most ridiculous commercial I've ever seen in my entire life. It makes no sense.
Is he complaining that the AI butler on this service, they didn't, like that, they should have ordered his food for him?
No, he's complaining that the service he used doesn't have one like Agent Force does.
Yeah, but if he had used Agent Force, the Agent Force would have ordered his food for him?
Maybe. I don't know.
I agree with you, Big T. What's your percentage on Rotten Tomatoes for that commercial?
0. It's the worst commercial I've ever seen.
Is that better than Fumblerooski?
Oh, I mean, we're scraping the bottom of the barrel here. I mean, at least that, like, that's just trying to be funny and it's bad. This one is so nonsensical that it makes me angry.
Yeah. The other thing is, there are only like 6 commercials.
Oh, it's Boondale Save, Bundle Rooski, McConaughey, Agent Force. They're still doing I Woke Up Feeling the Cheesiest, Coach.
Yeah.
I mean, I still recite it every time it comes on because it's been melted into my brain at this point. But
a lot of
Fansville.
Yeah, Fansville's big.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe get up and take a lap when commercials come on. Maybe it's time to do something.
But then you look at your phone and they're on the phone. They're everywhere.
We like to support the official broadcast partners of
Yeah.
our sports that we watch, Arian.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all know too many commercials, man. That means you're watching a lot of television.
Well, there's only 6 of them.
Yeah, they're
them all the
on
time.
every single they score a touchdown commercial. They show all the commercials. Kick off, go back to commercial. It's the exact same commercials. Then they go 3 and out commercial again. It's the same ones. It's maddening.
I don't know what to tell you, man. It's the world you love.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
What about that SGA and Chet Holmgren AT&T commercial? Did they get that off the air?
That's gone, but that was when it was running.
What a pro wants.
Yeah.
That'll be back.
I think that was like NCAA tournament.
Yeah, they'll bring that back for the spring.
At least have a new variant this year.
I hope so. Arian, I got a question for you. Did you happen to watch any other football yesterday? Did you see the Eagles game?
I didn't watch most of the Eagles game. I watched your Commanders though.
Okay, we can get to that in a second, but I want to tell you about something that happened in the Eagles game because I think you'll appreciate this. The receiver AJ Brown, very good player for the Eagles, very good player.
Mm-hmm.
He has games where he just kind of isn't part of the plan, doesn't really get targeted, and then it turns into a big thing where he like yells at, or I don't want to say yells at, but they kind of take shots at each other between him and Jalen Hurts sometimes.
Uh-huh.
Yesterday, he wasn't a huge part of the game plan. and the cameras caught him reading a book on the sidelines.
Oh, okay. That's what they. Yeah, I got tagged in a bunch of this.
Yeah, the first person I thought about, well, actually, was Johnny Moxon from Varsity Blues, because he got caught reading Slaughterhouse-5 on the sidelines. He should have been reading his playbook, and John Voight had a big problem with that. The second person I thought about was Arian Foster, who was reading a book that was so good it inspired him to quit playing football. And so I was like, is this book so good that A.J. Brown might retire from football? The book is called Inner Excellence, and it's just motivational. And he says that he reads it during every game, good or bad. Have you ever known a player that would do that?
Nah, that's the first time I've heard of it. But I mean, whatever works, man. You gotta get your mentals right.
Do you think he reads the book because he wants people to see him reading the book?
Yes.
You can never measure a man's heart, but if something like that helps you throughout the game, because I got tagged in a bunch of that because people on this podcast have heard me tell the story about my book and the end of my career. And I got tagged in one of these things where I guess the dude gave one of the reporters the book, and it had it was all marked up, highlighted, stuff like that. And there's certain passages that he goes back to that I guess it helps calm him during the game, stuff like that. I mean, that makes sense. That's pretty cool.
It's a well-worn book. Like, you can tell he's reading it, and there's a bunch of highlighted sections and stuff.
Yeah,
it's not a LeBron situation where he's reading The Godfather every day, but he's actually he likes this book. So I'm gonna give AJ Brown some credit and say that if it helps him stay calm and helps keep his mental aspect in check, I think it's a good thing.
But he knew where the cameras were.
Did he?
You don't know where the cameras are.
Have you ever seen a player read a book on the sidelines that's not, football related?
Nah, but from my understanding, I don't know much about the situation, but this ain't the first time he's done it. He said he does it all the time.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, he said he
does. It like you said, it does seem like he's actually read that book.
Yeah,
it just seemed...
he said, from what this reporter said, because he asked him about it, he was saying I do it all the time, in the middle of drive, not in the middle of drives, but in the middle of the games, anytime it calms me down, whatever the case may be. I don't see nothing wrong.
Yeah, maybe. Good for him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm okay with it. I'm totally fine with it. It is weird, but you can't argue with results. Eagles are playing well. All right, so the Commanders. Do you just want to tell me how awesome Jane Daniels is?
I'll keep it a bean. He's one of the better rookie quarterbacks I've laid my eyes on. It's his poise. It's his I'm gonna let you have a moment, take a victory lap. But it's his poise. It's his ability to make something out of nothing. And he's a running quarterback for sure. He can run, but it's not like you don't know him for running. That's not how I would pin him. I think he can run, but I think he's just a very efficient quarterback. And I think that they got him one. I think that DC has got them a quarterback, and they should build around him. And I'm sure this has been said, but just for the first time, really, really sitting down and watching him, yeah, he looked like he one of them ones. And so I'm hoping he could take that step, that after rookie year step, and not get too, don't read a lot of your press. Just go back to work and do the thing that got you there. And he should be one of them ones, man.
I don't think he's going to get a big head. I don't think he's that type of guy. He seems like the perfect guy that you would want as your quarterback across the board. If you watch his reactions, even when something incredible happens, he's just always kind of very medium. He doesn't after the Hail Mary, he got a little bit excited, but that's natural as a walk-off win. And you celebrate a little bit, but he just kind of stays the same guy, no matter what down it is. And that, the Commanders I think they're the best in the league in terms of expected yards per play on fourth down. And he's great on third down, great on fourth down. I love watching him. And he's a great, if he has to stay in the pocket, he's a great pocket passer.
Mm-hmm.
And if you make him escape the pocket, then he can pick up a first down easy. And he doesn't look like he's even running that fast. He did take a couple of those shots yesterday, some of the Looney Tunes shots, where there was one where he was running to the sideline.
I know what you're talking about.
You know that one?
He jumped in the middle, and actually, dude kind of kind of let off a little bit too, because he knew he was by the sidelines. It was just a bad timing. Like it wasn't, but he like jumped
Yeah.
in the air. She looked like a cartoon.
But when he gets hit, his body flails like a cartoon. It's crazy.
He a little light.
Like
He a little light in the ass for sure.
he is. We need to fatten up that ass a little bit. He started. He needs to go back to Louisiana for the offseason, not to train, just to eat. That's your offseason program. I need 6 gumbos a day, young man.
Yeah.
But he gets hit, and then his feet keep moving in the air like he's still trying to run, as he's like parallel to the ground,
Yeah, it was funny.
going back down to it. But yeah, he takes too many of those shots. But man, he is just so much fun to watch, and I'm so lucky that I get to root for him.
Yeah.
And you're not out of any game as
Mhm.
long as he's there.
Agreed.
So I'm going to release my keys to the game for how we can beat the Detroit Lions.
How old is, before you do that, how old is they receive 17? I'm 17, McLaurin, something like that.
Yeah, Terry McLaurin. How old would he be? I want to say he's 28.
Okay.
I believe he's 28 as well.
Okay. 'Cause he
is 29.
he is crafty, dog. Like I don't think I've ever really watched him either. I've always like known about him, but like I never really watched him. He's nice.
Yeah,
He's nice.
and he's a really easy guy to root for too. Just a great dude.
Who's hard to
So
root
I think
for?
who's hard to Deshaun Watson.
Okay. All right, touche.
Hey, karma is working once again. Just saying.
Yep.
I think
Yeah, we can
he
get
tore
to
his-
that.
He tore his Achilles, huh?
Anyways.
Oh yeah, no, you chomping
there-
at the bits. Please release your keys to win against the Detroit Lions.
No, I'm saying I will be releasing my keys
Oh.
to beating the Detroit Lions later on this week.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
you
can't
don't
do
wanna
it
do it.
today.
Yeah,
Just
I
won
got
a
it.
playoff game for the first time in 20 years.
Here's my strategy. I'm going into a zone today where all I'm doing is listening to podcasts that are sucking my dick as a Commanders fan. I'm watching highlights from every possible angle of the Commanders win. I'm reading all the stats that are sucking our dicks, and then I'm living in a world of getting my dick sucked today.
You should do that until Thursday minimum.
Yeah, today's all head all the time for me,
Love that.
and then Tuesday's for fucking.
Nice. Wednesday recovery.
Wednesday's refractory
and then
period.
Thursday you start looking ahead to next week.
Thursday's when I put together my keys to the game of how we can beat the Detroit Lions.
I like that.
I'll give a little preview. I talked to Corey Rutledge, one of our great producers here. He's a Lions fan, diehard Lions fan. Him and I agreed no punting. Because you got the two Dans.
Quinn and Campbell.
Yeah, when it comes to Danalytics, they don't punt. They go for it on a lot of fourth downs. If you don't get it, you feel like it's the end of the world. If you get it, you feel like, okay, this is 7 points in the bank. So we've agreed to not punt at all during the game. So that's key number one. Is
That'd
no
be
punting.
awesome.
And then I will have 3 additional keys to the game of how the Commanders
How
can
many?
beat the Lions.
So there's 4 total keys.
Yeah, 4 total keys.
I will say Jaden made me quite sad. And I saw the exact same thing happen to Dave. I had a parlay, the last leg of which was Jaden Daniels' 40 rushing yards. And on the last real play, he was at 36. On the last real play of the game, he picks up 4 yards
Yeah.
to get him the first down to kick the field goal.
Yep.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. A regular, like in victory formation at the end of a game, if you kneel it, in the NFL, that doesn't count, right?
No, I believe it counts.
I thought in college it does, but in the NFL, but he ran around for a minute and then took the knee.
He wanted to set up the field goal kicker.
Yeah,
Correct.
Repositioning. Yeah.
But is that what it is?
I think a knee counts as minus 1 or 2 yards.
I
depending
thought
on where
it
he goes
didn't
down.
in the NFL.
I don't know. That's some super.
So-
nerd.
So Big T, me and Hank also had that same thing as the last leg of our parlay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 40 plus, and he was at 41, right, or 40,
He was at exactly 40.
and then he went back to 36.
And then he lost the 4 that he just had. I guess kneel downs do count even when they're just regular.
Yeah, that was a tough way to lose that bet, but I was much more happy that we won the game. Did you see our kicker, Arian? The kicker that was going onto the field to hit that fourth quarter field goal,
Yeah, that's
Zane Gonzalez.
Boy had the OCD, huh?
He actually, yeah, he does have OCD,
Mhm.
and some of the ways, I don't know the right way to phrase this, but some of the ways that he expresses the OCD is he has a compulsion to fix his hair in his routine, even though his hair is like a quarter inch long, and he spent that was a tough 15 seconds where the camera was just on his face as he was just obsessively fixing his hair. And apparently on the sidelines, he has to like take his shoe off 3 or 4 times and put it back on. I'm glad they didn't show that. That would have made me a lot more nervous. But that's like part of his routine that he has to have to make himself feel more comfortable. And having a kicker that's like a little compulsive, I think might be a good thing, actually.
Did you think he missed it?
I thought he made it. Then I thought he missed it. Then I thought, oh, fuck, he doinked it in.
I thought he had missed it just watching it through the air, and then it obviously he got just enough of the inside of the upright.
I felt like he got too cute with it, huh? Like he was trying to do a little draw.
Yeah.
Just punch that bitch in, bro.
Yeah, a short field goal, just hit it right down the middle.
Mm-hmm.
That was so my thought process, here's how it went. The kick is up. I think it's good. Oh, shit, it's drifting to the right. That's not good. Oh, no, it's going right at the post. Fuck, this sucks. It hits the post, bounces to the left, and while that ball is in the air, I convinced myself it was about to be a double doink and a miss.
That would have been disgusting.
I thought maybe triple doink was in play. I thought it might hit off the left upright and then the crossbar and miss.
You at least would have then had overtime, though.
We would have had overtime, but I thought I was going to get double
all
doink.
All that shit in like 0.2 seconds?
Yep. First thing I thought was, here comes another doink. It's going to hit twice. But yeah, he doinked it in. Nobody doinks it in. This is the first win for them in 19 years. First playoff win in 19 years.
Damn.
Since I was 20 years old.
19 years.
I was not allowed to legally drink the last time the Commanders won a playoff game. Didn't stop me, though. Yeah.
Didn't stop me, though.
This was like 3 team names ago last time they won.
It was, yeah. And the Bucs would have been the only team to have beaten the Redskins, the football team, and the Commanders in the playoffs.
Wow.
Yeah. And I thought back also to 1999. We played the Bucs in the playoffs. Game came down to a fourth quarter field goal. We were trailing 13-14.
Brad Johnson was the quarterback?
Brad Johnson, Yep. He was also the holder. It was a bad snap, and we didn't get the field goal off. We lose that game to Warren Sapp, Tony Dungy, the Bucs. That was Dan Snyder's first season as owning the team, 1999. They started off losing to the Bucs on a field goal. The first playoff season with Josh Harris, we beat the Bucs on a field goal.
Love when poetic justice is on your side.
Do you think Dan Snyder watched that game last night?
Yeah.
I think he did not. I hope he did.
I think if you don't watch it, you're more consumed with it than if you do. Like if he was intentionally trying to do something else last night instead of watch it, his brain was only thinking about that.
Yeah, like he had to schedule something.
Yeah, whereas
we're going to do a murder mystery dinner tonight, guys.
Yeah.
Nothing else is going on, right? We're free.
And all his friends trying to be supportive.
Whereas if you just sit home and have it on the TV, it's like, well, it's there, but whatever.
I don't think that he did because he's such a prick that I don't think he'd want me to have that joy of knowing that he watched it. But I hope that he did. I hope he watched it. I hope he was so pissed off. Like, whoa, how come they're winning now without me? Bitch. All right, so I'm very happy. Yesterday was a very happy day for me, and I'm excited. And who knows what's going to happen this weekend. But as far as I'm concerned, A+ season.
I have an interesting hypothetical for you.
Okay.
Travel back in time a couple years. Would you rather have had the Commanders win the Super Bowl, let's say 2-3 years ago, whatever, and Dan Snyder would be the owner for the next 25 years? Or I will give you that they beat the Lions, and then you're in the NFC Championship game.
With a new owner?
Yeah.
I feel like it's hard to say no to a Super Bowl. Because if we won a Super Bowl, then something good was happening with the team. And I wouldn't want to interrupt that.
Sure.
He's a piece of shit. And
but you'd already be kind of close with...
Yeah, you got to take a Super Bowl.
Okay.
Have to take a Super Bowl.
25 years, that's a long time.
It's a very long time.
I was watching this game. They might have the worst uniforms in the NFL though.
I'm not going to disagree with you.
Those are horrible.
No,
that little faded number bullshit. Is there black in there too? Like what is?
Yeah, there's some black in there.
Oh, bad. So
you
bad.
can say that they're bad uniform. I don't think that they're the worst uniforms in the NFL.
I don't see other than like the color rush and all the nonsense they be doing. I'm talking about the traditional, like the ones. That shit horrible, bro. It's bad.
I don't like those white jerseys that they wore. I like the
Ugly.
burgundy ones. The burgundy ones are good, and the black ones are good too.
Nasty. It's all nasty.
Yeah, the white one was not good at all.
Yeah.
But if you can win in uniforms like that, you can win in any uniforms.
They just need to have a little group think. Let's rethink this. It's bad.
Yeah. Magic Johnson, get on that right away.
I had one more thing I wanted to mention about the Texans.
Mhm.
Even when they win a playoff game, they're playing the Kansas City Chiefs Saturday at 3:30.
Yep.
It's perfect.
It is perfect. They're 6-2 on Saturdays at 3:30, or at least in the wild card round.
Really?
Yep. They've been dominant over that course of time. So yeah, that's going to be. The Chiefs are really good. Chiefs are very good, but that Texans defense is legit. All right. What else we got to get into today? Big T over some news stories.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Mark Zuck went on the Joe Rogan podcast, Joe Rogan Experience. Shout out Jamie, and he was like, "Hey, my bad, but now I do martial arts, so we're buddies."
What he said on that show made me so much angrier at him than if he had just continued down that path.
Yeah.
Where he was like, yeah, for a few years there we did like acquiesce to the federal government strong-arming us. And, but I didn't want to the whole time, I promise. I was just waiting for Trump to get reelected, and then we'll take the tampons out of the men's bathroom again. Like, I hate him more now than I did.
I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret. Billionaires, they will lie and say that they will get along with whoever's in charge so that they can make more billions. That's just a little secret. Once you learn that about life, a lot of stuff opens up for you.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't listened to the whole thing. I listened to maybe 30 minutes of it, but Rogan never really pressed him on that from what I heard. Like, Rogan was kind of like cheering him on, like, oh, what a noble thing you're doing, admitting this. Like, you don't want to press any further on why he was allowing that to happen, and now has had a change of heart.
These guys are going to change depending on which way the political wind is blowing, no matter what. No matter who's in office. They don't give a fuck about politics. They don't give a fuck about this deep stuff they're talking about. They want to make sure that whatever party's in power looks at them as an ally, not an enemy, and then there'll be less regulations, they'll be able to make more money, and then they'll be happy. That's all they care about.
Yeah. Also, the way he looks now makes me angrier for some reason.
Yeah?
That's an aside, but
Arian, do you think you could kick Mark Zuckerberg's ass?
What's his stature?
That's a good question. Can we look up his?
Not big, but I think he does like jujitsu now or something.
Yeah, tail of the tape.
5'7".
Oh,
Wait, he's 5'7"?
Yeah.
Yeah,
what it
dog
says.
walk him.
Yeah, I got him.
so if he's 5'7", he's what, 170,
It
160?
says he's 187.
Yeah, nah, you don't got a shot.
No, I don't think he is. He looks too skinny to be. I'm basically 5'9", and about.
Oh wait, sorry. It says 5'7", 155.
Yeah, that sounds
He
more.
ain't
like
in my weight
He
class,
might
though.
be a biscuit away from 160 now, but
Yeah.
155. That's.
I thought he was tall. I don't know. Why did I think he was tall?
I think it's the neck.
He got a
got
long
like a-
neck, right?
Yeah, which that you don't want that for jiu-jitsu, right? Easy to grab.
Yeah. Jiu-jitsu is the
Jeff
best thing he can
Bezos,
do.
5'7".
All little people.
Built-
Jiu-jitsu is the best thing you can do.
I've been thinking about trying it.
You should do it.
I got motivated by a few tweets that I read this weekend that maybe I need to start practicing martial arts as a man.
Which ones?
Well, we've got two coworkers here. Do you know Mark Titus? You've met Mark.
Oh yeah, he played for Ohio State.
Yeah, Mark
Yeah.
Titus and Tate. I think you might have met Tate at some point while you're here. They're big Ohio State guys. They were excited to see Ohio State win on Friday. and they celebrated in a way that sports fans sometimes do, which is thrusting their hips and pelvises and just saying "oh" over and over again. And they went viral online with a bunch of people that were telling them, like, this is sad that this is what the American male has become, celebrating the athletic accomplishments of others instead of participating in the martial arena on your own. Basically saying it's lame to enjoy sports.
Yeah, I sent one of them to Tate. I'm pulling it up. It's utterly embarrassing how men have become bystanders of fake combat instead of active martial participants. That had 8,000 likes.
What did this guy think back when hundreds of thousands of people would go out to watch horses race on like a weekly basis? Is that any better? Or like the gladiator events?
Yeah, sporting has been a part of human history since humans have
baseball
had history.
I'd also argue it's one of the most important cultural things that we have.
Yeah, it fosters a sense of community.
One of the very few things that does that anymore.
I agree.
Among people of different beliefs, classes,
yeah,
creeds.
This guy basically said, like, it's gay to root for sports.
Yeah.
There were also a bunch of tweets that were, we can say, racially charged about that too, right?
Oh, I did not see those.
Yeah, there were quite a few, like white men celebrating young black men running around. That, by the way, that play was Jack Sawyer.
Right. Would it be better if they didn't do that? I feel like that'd be worse.
Yeah, 40,000 plus people show up to an arena to just boo.
Yeah.
The entire time.
Yeah.
that guy would buy a ticket to like a racism game where you just go out and you just boo the races that you despise the most. But yeah, let us like sports. Chill out. This is a person that doesn't have any friends.
So a dude said it was gay to watch sports.
Gay to cheer on sports, yeah.
I think it's along the same lines of wearing another man's name on the back of your shirt type deal.
Yeah, man. Sometimes you just gotta log off, man. You know, sometimes you gotta log off and remind yourself not everybody's playing with the same deck of cards.
If you had this guy over for dinner.
Wait. I'm sorry to cut you off. It sounds like you're kind of agreeing.
No, I'm just like you. If you ingest all these opinions all the time, you're gonna go like it gets depressing. Like if you sit here and listen to some dude say it's gay to watch sports, like who is this? Why are we listening?
No, I agree with you. When you said not playing with the same deck of cards, I took that to mean
he's
like
he's an idiot.
Okay.
Yeah,
I see.
Yeah,
I thought you were saying not everybody is like good enough or manly enough to participate in sports. Therefore,
that is also
there
true.
There must be people left to watch them.
Yes, not mutually
Okay,
exclusive.
so you do agree with
that.
that.
I agree with that, but it doesn't mean you're gay because you watch it. I think a lot of people watch sports because people like watching shit that they can't do, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But I don't think it's gay. But yeah, a lot of dudes can't do what they do. That's the point of sports.
Well, yeah, they're the best in the world at it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. I watch golf. A lot of golf. Them motherfuckers is bad. Can't do what they do. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gay to watch sports.
Hot take.
Maybe tennis.
Are you calling out Blutman?
Calling out Blutman.
Guy loves
I'm
tennis.
not. Tennis can be fun. Yeah, this guy, imagine having this guy over. Imagine you're having a dinner party. You got like 8 friends over. And you invite this guy over. And he sits down and you're talking about the game. And then this take comes out. This dude has no friends. You can't, this is not somebody that can exist in a society with other people with these opinions. Like, that guy does not have anybody that can check him around him.
I would imagine.
He can't be like this in real life, right?
No, I bet he is.
Is he known?
Guys like this, I'm saying, like, not maybe necessarily this guy, but somebody that just exists to say, actually, like, everything that you like, it's all part of the bread and circus, and you're being deceived, and it's the opiate of the masses.
I don't disagree with that take though.
There are a lot of opiates of a lot of the masses. But guess what? Everybody's got to have one thing. Like, have your vices. Let people enjoy their vices.
Yeah. Well, not all the vices.
Most of them.
Some of them are kind of harmful.
Yeah. All right. Anything else in the news you want to get into?
Yeah, I do. Hold on. I know you be on the internet chronically, PFT, and maybe you too, Big T. I want to know what y'all think about this. I don't know if we talked about it, but there's a dude on Twitter that sounds exactly like Elon Musk, named Adrian Dittman.
Yeah, it's Elon Musk.
Okay, so I follow a lot of accounts that hate Elon Musk, right? I follow some people that love Elon Musk, right? But I follow accounts that and there's this one dude in particular. He's like, there's no bigger Elon Musk hater than me. He's like, this is not Elon. And so I followed it for about a week. It started popping off during Christmas. There's a dude named Adrian Dittman. I hope I'm saying that right. Actually, I don't give a fuck. On Twitter, who holds spaces. And when you listen to him talk, it sounds like exactly like the same little South African accent. Like, he sounds just like him, right? And Elon is denying it's him. Adrian Dittman dude's denying it's him. They even got on a space together, but that was kind of janky. Some people are saying it was pre-recorded, and I don't know, man. It's a weird thing that I want to know. I haven't found an absolute answer to yet. Is it him? Is it not him? What do you think, PFT?
They sound a lot alike.
It's dog.
It's you hear him talk, and it is Elon Musk. And they have done those spaces together, so they did that to try to prove they're not the same person. I guess the most generous reading of this would be that there's a guy who thinks exactly like Elon Musk, agrees with Elon Musk all the time about everything, posts like Elon Musk,
defends Elon Musk,
and is from the same town in South Africa as Elon Musk, and therefore has the exact same strange accent that Elon Musk has. And that would be the most generous reading of it.
There was one that there was a space that I found a tweet on where this Adrian dude was talking, and they were talking about Elon and Tesla, and I don't remember exactly the context, but he had slipped up, and he was talking about some lady who, I don't know, they was doing some business there or whatever, and at first he was saying she was talking to him, she was doing that, and he said, and then she told me, referring to himself as Elon Musk. And so there's been a few little slip-ups like that, but it's just I think he's petty enough to do this. Like, I absolutely think he's petty enough to have a burner and then hold the spaces with his burner. I do think he's petty enough.
Yeah. I think he would too. I'll let you know another little secret about Elon Musk. Everybody that likes Elon Musk right now and thinks that he's supporting all the causes that you truly believe in, he's doing the same thing that Zuckerberg's doing. He does not give a fuck. He's just trying to make more money. He will sway his political opinion as the wind blows. If it goes back to a left-leaning administration, Elon Musk will find a way to suck up to them, because he tried to go against Donald Trump. Was that 2018, 2019? And it didn't work out well for him. And then now there was more regulations on some of the shit that he was doing, with the lithium mining and all this shit that he's doing with his rocket company. He will do the exact same thing. Don't think that any of these guys that control big tech, that they're on your side for anything, because they just care about themselves. They're just trying to make AI and make everybody's jobs obsolete. That's what they're really trying to do.
I am reading a report from an outlet called The Spectator that claims to have found the real Adrian Dittman and says it's not Elon Musk.
Yeah, I read.
Could it be
I read that too.
Like a secret brother?
This says it's a German guy who lives in Fiji, who is just a super Elon fan.
Did he start talking like Elon Musk because he liked him so much?
I guess that's possible. I don't know.
Like how that lady in Silicon Valley started to talk with a low voice to sound more like Steve Jobs.
Oh yeah. Don't say her name. Don't say it. It's Elizabeth Holmes.
Mm-hmm. That would be crazy if this guy just adopted Elon Musk's voice.
In July 2023, Musk and Dittman spoke to each other on an X Space, and Dittman explained his unique upbringing and accent. I grew up in Gibraltar, lived in Morocco for a few years. I can tell you I'm in Oceania when asked where he lived, but didn't want to offer more specifics.
So it's not even a South African accent?
Yeah, I guess not.
Yeah, this guy's a creep then.
Seems that way.
Yeah.
But all this could be post a video of you talking. It's very simple. I don't.
But he probably enjoys, like, this is
Sure.
probably a huge honor to him that people think he's Elon.
Probably, yeah.
It's all he's ever wanted.
I don't know. This shit is funny, man.
Adrian Dittman. All right. Well, what else we got to get into today before voicemails?
TikTok.
What about TikTok?
It's going.
No, it's not going anywhere.
We've been saying this for years.
I think it's gone.
So bring me up to speed on what's happening with TikTok.
So basically the case for TikTok is in front of the Supreme Court, and it does not seem as though the Supreme Court is going to allow it to stay open or allow it to continue operation in America.
Yeah.
Unless it's bought. So on January, again, unless something I think drastic changes, on January 19th, it's going to be taken off the App Store. So it's not like it's going to like disappear. And then from there, like you're not going to be able to update it.
Yeah,
so
anytime something breaks.
Eventually it's going to kind of like become an obsolete version of it that you can no longer use. Like, do you remember when, what was that? Like Flappy Bird game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I heard that if it goes away, they're like ceasing operations. Like it will go dark.
Oh, I heard it's like the updates will basically.
I don't know. Neither are happening. It will be completely fine.
So my understanding is the argument that TikTok has for why it should not sell is because the subsidiary government that owns TikTok, or the subsidiary company that owns TikTok, is in China, and they do not want to sell their algorithm and their proprietary code to somebody else. They want to keep that for themselves because they invented it. And in that event that they did sell it, what video was that? Oh, I just thought I heard something.
Oh, that was an accident. That's my fault, bro.
Okay. I thought it was.
You're talking about
hearing
TikTok. I
one of
opened up TikTok. I haven't opened up
cases.
TikTok in a long time. What is on this?
So yeah, my understanding is that they do not want to sell their algorithm because their algorithm is worth more to them than their United States-based business right now.
Well, they all but literally said like it's a product of the Chinese government, and the Chinese government won't allow us to sell it to an American company.
Yeah. So the Chinese government is actually making the argument for why it should not be an app in America.
Yeah.
They're saying, no, we don't want to sell it to you guys because you guys will get too much information from it. Thereby saying, we're getting all your information.
Yeah, I mean, I'm well aware that they have everything.
China's got everything. They got everything. You know when it happened? Pokemon Go.
Oh, yeah. That was the biggest. Now, TikTok is a scam for which I have fallen. 100%. I'm on it day and night. But Pokemon Go was the most spottable, like, scam in the history of leave your camera on at all times and just go walk around like your house, your neighborhood, make sure to get all the spots.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah.
Just scan everything in for us.
Yeah.
If you don't mind.
So they're building a digital map of the United States of America so that they may infiltrate using Chinese technology, drones, and such.
It's entirely possible.
This is what's going to happen?
I don't know about infiltrate, but there's a lot that you could do with having the exact layout of everybody's house, apartment, street, neighborhood.
What you going to do with it?
You would just have a lot of information. You'd have all that all that data right there. Oh, how many bedrooms are in Manhattan? You look it up right now.
And then what?
I don't know. Smarter people than me figure something out.
Gotcha.
You don't think it'd be valuable information to know the exact layout of every citizen in your foreign adversary's country?
Would it be useful? Well, I guess I'm just skeptical in general. What would it be used for?
I don't know.
Like, okay, so they have all the maps in of digital layout of every single house. You can get that shit on Google Maps anyway, but now they have the inner workings of what's on the walls and shit. All right, now what? Because
Okay, so
any
all right,
retaliatory, like if you fuck with a country like the United States, it's the reason why we don't fuck with China or any kind of country that owns nukes, because you're just threatening nuclear war. And so it's like, is your psyop through an app worth nuclear war? I don't know. I don't know that it is.
But I don't think it's I think so. TikTok in particular, like it's been proven that in China it shows people videos about math and science and all this shit, and in America it shows you shit that will make you mad and stupid little dance videos and all this stuff. I think it's valuable for a foreign country to have propaganda like that will influence an entire population. So now they start introducing 1 out of every 1,000 videos is something about like, oh, China is developing this. Like, actually, this thing that you've heard about China is wrong, and it's this instead. So now you have a tool that you can influence an entire population of 350 million people, as opposed to, going through.
But now we're changing the goalpost. The original claim was, do you think it's useful to have a mapped out, topography of the U.S.?
Yes.
I mean,
for sure. Whether you do anything with it is a different question.
Well,
but yeah,
that's what I'm
absolutely
saying. But
useful.
we went from, they have a digital map of everything that is in America, to now they can influence us for Chinese propaganda. It's like,
Well, I think all that's related.
To what though? That's what I'm saying. What's the game plan?
Their ability to derive information and influence Americans.
Do you think that you can be influenced by Chinese propaganda, PT?
Me? No. A lot of Americans? Yes.
Big T cannot be influenced by
I'm skeptical.
Except for TikTok.
Yeah, I will keep using TikTok as long as I'm able. But
I don't know.
I think
skeptical.
A foreign adversary having the layout of everyone's house apartment is useful if they find that there's somebody in America that they don't like that's saying things that they don't like. They know where their living room window is. They know where their couch is. If you want to send somebody to take them out, it makes it a lot more easy.
Because they don't like China?
Or if they're saying something, yeah.
I don't know.
Not if they don't like China, but if it's like, if they think that you're a spy.
I honestly don't think it's bigger than like, yo, they just want to sell shit. People just want to sell shit. Like all this data that people collect, it's not for no, and this is my opinion. It's just for no nefarious purposes other than they just want to sell you shit. Bunch of ads. They track your tendencies. They look at what your eyeballs do, and then they just sell you shit, and you buy the shit.
I think
that's
TikTok
also true.
In particular has disproven that though, because
The what?
I think TikTok in particular has disproven that because they have the ability to continue doing that on a platform that's very popular, and they're choosing not to because they are basically not allowed to by the Chinese government.
What's not allowed to?
Like, so ByteDance, the company that owns TikTok, every company in China is beholden to the Chinese government. Mm-hmm. The Chinese government has told ByteDance, you are not allowed to sell to an American company because you can't give them your algorithm that basically is being used as a propaganda arm. So TikTok, which is making a lot of money, is potentially, I don't think it's going to happen, but is potentially going to cease to exist in America because the Chinese government won't allow that.
So the absolute, am I getting this correct? So the Chinese government owns TikTok.
No, but yes. Every company in China is not owned but is beholden to the Chinese government. Like you can't, they tell you what to do.
Okay.
My understanding is the Chinese government has directly told ByteDance, the company that owns TikTok, you are not allowed to sell the American portion of your business to an American company because that would involve giving them all your algorithm and data and things like that we will not allow them to have.
So as of right now, the Chinese company ByteDance does no business with any American companies to garner the viewership for ad dollars?
No, I'm sure they do. That's why I'm saying you said they're all doing it to sell shit, which is true. They want to make money, but they are willing to cease making money in America in order to not have to give up that information, which tells you it's probably something that is pretty nefarious and valuable.
I still don't see it, though. It just sounds like business.
But the good business move would be to continue operating.
Okay, think about it from the U.S.'s perspective. The Chinese government doesn't allow certain websites in China as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So U.S.-based companies, they also don't allow that. Do you think we're trying to do that to them as well?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, then we're just. I don't think that we are. I don't think the U.S. is trying to get in the homes of the Chinese population for intel. I just don't think that's the case. And if they are, at this point, who gives a fuck? You know what I mean? That's just.
Oh, absolutely, we're doing that.
I don't even give a fuck.
I think we're trying to get into the homes of the Chinese populace because they have 1 billion people, and that's a lot of money.
If we're here and if we're doing digital trade, or not digital trade war, digital. This is a digital battlefield. If that is the case, we're in a proxy war with China right now. Then.
Yeah, I would say that's been the case for quite some time.
Oh well, I didn't know that was the case. I didn't know that we were at war with China and Russia, and I guess I was just ignorant to this.
Yeah, I think the fact that they won't sell their algorithm tells you that the algorithm has some stuff in it that they don't want us to know is in there.
So, do we know what our companies are doing to them?
Well, there's a lot of our companies that are prohibited from doing business in China. I'm sure we've got corporate spies just like they do. I'm sure that we've infiltrated some of their companies and we're learning about who their customers are, what products they're selling, how much of it, where they're sourcing their materials for, what their supply chain is like. I'm sure that's going on both sides.
Damn.
Yeah, American companies get hacked by China all the time.
Has there been anything of substance that has been leaked that we know this, or is this all conjecture?
With China,
TikTok said it in court.
Of anything, is there any American company that has been, I don't know, like some whistleblower has leaked the fact that we have implemented algorithms in order to manipulate a foreign population? Because I know they do it for us, but I just don't think it's for like anything other than to sell you shit.
I don't think we really have to do that though, or want to do it in the same way as other countries. Like Hollywood is our propaganda arm. American influences everywhere throughout the world because everybody watches American TV and movies and news.
And North Korea hacked Sony Pictures.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. The Kim Jong-un movie.
They're pissed off about the movie The Dictator.
And did anything happen?
The interview, yeah. No, so when they hacked, did they get information about Harvey Weinstein that way, or am I thinking about a different one?
A lot of stuff came out of that. I don't know if it was that, but because they had every Sony email.
Yeah.
And so a bunch of different stuff came out, and then all the theaters pulled the interview.
Yeah.
And then I believe it released on Christmas Eve, like straight to home video. And we were at my uncle's house that Christmas, and he was like, "We're watching this movie as this is going to be our American Christmas, is we're watching the interview on Christmas Eve," and it was awesome. But yeah, I don't know if it was Harvey Weinstein, but a bunch of stuff came out of that.
So Arian, did you read anything about the beeper operation that Israel did?
I heard about it. I didn't go into depth of it. No.
I've read a little bit about it. It's crazy. Mossad, the Israeli intelligence agency, they they set up a fake company using like actual buildings in different countries and set up a fake company that sold electronics. And they had like a very good price, and they marketed it as being like I think it was initially walkie-talkies, being like a more rugged walkie-talkie for use like outdoors, for use in extreme environments. And they sold these walkie-talkies to Hamas, and they had explosives in them. And then they were waiting to set those off, and then they found out that they were in the market to buy more pagers. And then they infiltrated a supply chain for this pager company, sent them these pagers that had a little bit of explosives that were right next to the battery, and then set all those off across the country as basically a way to say, like, we're watching you at all times. You can't trust anything that you own.
Yeah.
Wild operation.
Yeah. I heard something about that. Like I said, I haven't done any kind of in-depth research on it, but yeah,
they were like setting up websites and like buying warehouses and printing out banners for their company that didn't exist. They got really into that shit. Mossad, they are fucking crazy. So we got anything else we want to get into today? I got one other thing I'd like to talk about, because I was thinking, I don't know why, I think I was watching something on TV and they were talking about minor league baseball, and the minor league baseball marketing teams are some of my favorite people in the world. Would you agree, Big T?
Yeah.
Arian, I know you've been to a lot of professional baseball games. Have you been to a bunch of minor league games?
A bunch, no. I think I've been like one or two.
Have you noticed that they get like super creative with the marketing for some of them sometimes?
I guess I never really paid attention. I know I grew up in Albuquerque. Albuquerque has a farm team.
Isotopes.
They used to be called the Albuquerque Dukes. And we grew up on that, the Albuquerque Dukes. And that was like one of the biggest sporting events in Albuquerque, because they know big sports over there other than the university. And I guess that's not a good example, because there was nothing else there. They had no competitors.
Yeah.
But that's what, like, most minor league teams are in. Albuquerque's a fairly big city to have one in, but they're in smaller towns where, like, obviously not a ton of people. You've got to do that. All the promotions and stuff are wild, and there's dollar beer night. And,
yeah, shit like that, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I had our researcher, Mike, shout out Mike, look up some of the best minor league promotions of all time.
What got you into this?
I forget. I was watching something on TV that had maybe a clip of maybe it was Disco Demolition Night.
Mm-hmm.
And
that was Major League, though.
Yeah, but I started to think of like the minor league promotions at that point. And
I worked for a minor league baseball team for 3 summers and did promotions for them for 1 summer.
Let's talk, Mackenzie.
It was like the most fun I've ever had.
They just dump a pile of cocaine into a meeting room and they say, okay, we're going to lock you in here for 7 hours.
They put Mackenzie in a chicken suit.
Yeah, it was a ton of mascots. Yes. I was like part of the in between innings when they would do like the sponsored games on the field sort of thing.
How did you guys come up with your promotional nights?
I wasn't part of that. Like, I was just an intern, so I only worked on like the game days, but they definitely had like a whole team coming up with they have certain ones that are like set in stone. Like, they always have St. Patrick's Day. Like, they'll always have like Star Wars type of night. So they have ones that are already like popular every year that they'll repeat. But I wasn't a part of like making any of like the promotional plans,
because you have to give people a reason to go out to those games. So I'd imagine there's not a lot of die-hard fans of the minor league teams.
No, and the team that I worked for isn't even. They now are like an independent team, but it was single A short season affiliated with the Astros, and it was in like upstate New York. So it had nothing to do with like the baseball of it.
Yeah.
So the whole point of the promotions is to get people to go to the games, because like nobody's going to. People are going for like the entertainment aspect, not for the baseball.
Yeah.
Right.
I worked for independent baseball, and it's like you got to work around the awful baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To get people in that door.
Yes, exactly.
I will say, though, independent baseball, some of the best concessions ever because of that.
Yeah. You have to get people out there.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And so, the marketing teams behind some of these promotions, just you have to take your hat off, because there's like no rules. It's like no bad ideas when it comes to whatever you want to throw out there. So just going back through some of the greatest hits of the best minor league promotions. One of my favorites was the Charleston River Dogs. In 2019, they did Helen McGuckin Night.
I don't know who that
Helen
is.
McGuckin. You don't know Helen McGuckin?
No, I don't either.
Get ready to learn Helen McGuckin, buddy. In May 2018, they got a review on Google. A Google review from Helen McGuckin. And the review was, just drove by, 2 out of 5 stars. That was the review of the minor league
Oh,
team.
it's just a random lady.
Yeah. So the River Dogs decided that they wanted to find Helen McGuckin, have a theme night in her honor, and do everything in their power to change that 2-star review to a 5-star review. So
Wait, seriously?
so they did locate
That's so
Helen
funny.
McGuckin, but she was unable to attend the game.
Are you serious?
So they got a stand-in Helen McGuckin. I don't know how, like just a lookalike maybe, and she went to the game that the real McGuckin was invited to, and they got a bunch of new 5-star reviews. People bought into it. They had fun. But I wish that McGuckin, I wish she had attended, but also at the end of the day, respect. Like you said what you said, 2 out of 5 stars.
Mhm.
I'm not changing my mind.
Yeah,
I like that though.
stand by it.
The West Michigan Whitecaps in 2006, they did a $1,000 money drop. They're a Class A farm team. They dropped $1,000 in cash from a helicopter to waiting fans on the Fifth Third Ballpark's outfield grass after the game. So, do you think that would be a nice orderly event to do that?
I'd imagine people got hurt.
Yes.
Yeah, so there was a scramble. 2 7-year-old kids got injured. One got taken to the hospital after getting trampled. So they stopped doing money drops after that. I like that, though. Just we're going to drop a whole pile of cash, and if you can get it, you can get it.
Got to be in ones.
Have
right?
to be in ones. They're making it rain, yeah.
Could maybe do 205s.
Yeah. There was Nothing Night, and this was first conceived by the Lake Elsinore Storm. Nothing Night, it's an evening at the ballpark with minimal distractions. They don't have video board displays, no PA announcements, no in-between inning contests,
I like that.
just baseball.
I want to go to one of those.
So the San Diego Storm? They're a single A Padres affiliate. They do Nothing Night, but they call it Sensory Friendly Night. Just baseball. I think that would actually be fun.
No overstimulation.
Yeah, I like
whatsoever.
that.
I think I would enjoy that. Arian, would you enjoy that?
I'm pretty sure I would.
Going to a baseball game with nothing, just baseball?
Yeah, why not? Wait.
I bet the
They got some drinks.
players might enjoy that.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
I've
Yeah.
said I like going to Wrigley Field because it feels like baseball. Like there's no frills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would love that.
There's like minor frills at Wrigley. They
Yeah.
have like trivia between innings.
They've done it up. There weren't video boards there until less than 10 years ago.
Yeah. The Charleston River Dogs in 2002 had Nobody Night. So this came from the brain of Mike Veek, and he's the son of the former White Sox owner Bill Veek. And he was the promotions director for the White Sox in 1979, and he was the one that staged Disco Demolition Night, where they had people smash all their disco records. And at that point, 7,000 people rushed the field. There were 39 arrests, and the White Sox were forced to forfeit the second game of the doubleheader after Disco Demolition Night. But then he went down to the minors, and he became a crazy, wacky promotions guy. For Nobody Night, the River Dogs set the record for the lowest attendance ever recorded at a professional ball game. There was nobody that was allowed in the stadium until after the 5th inning when the game was official. The team operated the ballpark as if it was a normal game. Vendors wandered the aisles selling to nobody, while ushers showed nobodies to their seats. And for the fans that were there, they were able to watch the action looking over the outfield fence until they let them in.
Do you remember the game? This was maybe 2017 or 18. There was like a shooting in Baltimore, and they didn't want people going downtown.
Yeah.
And the Orioles played a game in front of nobody.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, wow, this is the craziest thing ever. And then 2 years later, they did a whole season of it.
Season of
but
yeah.
but yeah, at the time, that was the first time anybody had ever seen that.
Yeah, it was crazy. the Hagerstown Suns in 2003 did free funeral night. So they gave away a free funeral
That's
to
that's crazy.
John Davidson of Fayetteville, Pennsylvania won it.
Do you have to be? Wait, who?
So this was to use in the future.
You probably
Yeah.
just like I got
Was
a
he the
gift
guy
card
that
to a
died,
funeral
or did
home or
somebody else
something.
die? He gifted a funeral to somebody.
It was for his future funeral.
That's. You know what? They should start doing
Oh,
more. of
did
those,
it have to be
actually, now that I'm
his?
thinking about it. Take the burden off of having your loved ones having to
Yeah.
take the expenses off. Yeah, man, that's I like that. Free funeral.
Funerals are expensive.
Absolutely, man. That could and that
That's like $10,000.
could,
Yeah, this one was 5,500, but it was 2003,
My God.
so money was a little
Inflation.
cheaper then. They did it via an essay contest. So John Davidson wrote the best essay planning his own funeral.
That's wild.
Yeah, the AAA Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs also had the same promotion in 2023. And it was the same general manager of each team.
I kind of
He
like.
was just
this.
like, you know, it was really good free funeral night.
I kind of like this free funeral thing. It's like funny, but it's like one of the nicest things you could do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
One of the most expensive things to do in
You wanna
America
you
is
wanna do
die.
it?
You want to do free funeral?
I want to do a free funeral for one of the Macrodosians listeners. It doesn't have to be yours.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Nah.
or does?
Nah, because then that means you're gone. You
Yeah,
know what I
let
mean?
it be. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be dope.
My uncle, my mom's brother, lives in Florida and he's not married or like near any other family really. And he already like bought his gravestone.
Yeah.
He like has the place of it. We've like gone and visited it before and he's like still alive. Like he's totally fine.
He's like, see, isn't this perfect?
yeah, he's like, I know my mom like will go visit. So he's like, I'll just get it close to you guys and then I know you'll go visit.
Yeah.
Like,
It's very funny.
Bunch of places have done free liposuction night.
that's
Hell yeah.
Most notably, the Mahoning Valley Scrappers in 2009, the New York Penn League.
Yeah, that's the one that I worked in.
Are you familiar
Penn
with the
League.
Scrappers?
Yes.
Yeah.
So they did free liposuction night in 2009.
I'd go to that.
Yeah.
It was with one of their partners, Valley Surgical Arts. They gave away free liposuction to one female fan in attendance at the Ladies' Night celebration. Why are you going to do it on Ladies' Night? Can't that be its own night?
Tisk, tisk.
That is kind of
That is kind of fucked up,
Insane
isn't it?
work.
What year was
Yeah,
that?
because no dudes aren't fat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they would
dudes don't
never.
get lipo.
They don't care. They look like.
Yeah, it was against the Auburn Double Days.
Yep.
And so you pre-registered for the promotion. They selected 5 finalists that got called down to the
Oh
field.
my god.
That's unreal.
That's got to be such a kick in the dick if you lose and you're a finalist for free liposuction.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
then you don't get it.
And then everyone's like, oh, this lady really wanted liposuction,
Lipo. Oh.
but she wasn't fat enough.
She's just on the cusp.
So she has
Yeah.
to pay for liposuction.
God. Now she just has to do Ozempic.
Imagine standing in front of like 5,000 people
No.
as you're like, you got your hands rubbing together. Oh, I hope they pick me. I hope I get it.
No, you'd have to win.
Oh my god.
superior.
But is it that
names.
embarrassing to win?
No, because then you get it.
Yeah,
so
I think
who
I
cares?
think you're happy if you win.
Yeah. Mhm.
So the Hudson Valley Renegades, do you know them?
Yep, they played in the same league that I worked for.
Okay, are you familiar with Born in the USA night?
No, is it Bruce Springsteen themed?
Kind of. It's it goes along with the song. So they had a bunch of non-citizens who were competing to win the cost of their citizenship application to be sponsored, and they competed against American citizens, like homegrown Americans,
Yeah.
in apple pie eating contests, corn shucking contests, and then if the non-citizen won, the team promised to pay for their U.S. citizenship application.
Interesting.
But the U.S. citizen wiped the floor with them, and so they
Right.
didn't win.
Yeah.
But they were made the team's ambassador for the rest of the season.
Love that.
Like, sorry, we're not going to cover your application, but good job.
That's hysterical.
Yep.
I sent you a book that you should read if you're into this stuff. It's by Ryan McGee on the summer that he worked for the Asheville Tourists, which is a minor league baseball
Okay.
team. And he worked for the guy who invented Thirsty Thursday.
Ooh.
So that guy had all sorts of crazy promotions, and it's a really good book. You should check it out.
I might check that out, yeah. There was a staged failed marriage proposal that the New Britain Rock Cats did. They were trying to get publicity, so they staged a in-between inning marriage proposal, and it went viral. Everybody fell for it, and it was just a hoax that they came up with. Now I feel like that happens a lot.
Yeah.
Like the guy gets slapped. You know what they do a lot now is the camera will zoom in on like a portly gentleman that's in the stands, and he's like walking down the steps, and then music starts playing, and then he starts dancing, and then he's just a really good animated dancer.
Yep.
And he's really pumped up and into it. And everyone's like, oh, wow, that's crazy. This normal guy just started whipping it out. They did Bubble Wrap Night for the Lowell Spinners in 2010.
These are like all teams that I.
This is your league.
This literally is, yes.
You're familiar with the Aberdeen Ironbirds?
Yep.
Okay, so it was against them. It was Bubble Wrap Night. The team gave out a 1 foot by 1 foot piece to every fan, coach, and player. So about 4,000 pieces of bubble wrap. And in the middle of the third inning, everybody started popping all the bubbles. The team set a Guinness World Record for the most people popping bubble wrap simultaneously.
I'd love to go to that as well.
And fans that celebrated their 50th birthday that year were invited onto the film for a post-game dance atop the bubble wrap dance floor, set to 50 cents. And the Spinners offered one fan a year's supply of popcorn if the 50th out of the game was a pop-up. It was just pop night.
That's crazy. I don't know how they come up with these things.
2006, the Atlanta City Surfs did Terrell Owens Unappreciation Night.
The what?
Atlanta City Surfs?
Never heard. Is this in Atlanta, Georgia?
Oh, sorry, Atlantic City Surfs.
I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, so Atlantic City, very close to Philly. They had a minor league team. Don't know if they still do or not, but this was right when T.O. was like doing sit-ups in his driveway, not showing up to practice. They were sick of him there, so they did Unappreciation Night. And every fan got a whoopee cushion with a picture of Owens on the whoopee cushion. Anyone that bought T.O. merchandise got 2 upper box tickets, and 40 sweet tickets went to the fans that gave the best reason for hating Terrell Owens. You could buy 81-cent hot dogs because of his jersey number, and then they had a mass burning of T.O. merchandise on the field after the game. They did
related but unrelated. I found an article from Espen that is the top 15 minor league baseball names.
Okay.
Because they have superior names. These names are fire, dog. At number 15 we got the Toledo Mud Hens. Yeah. I fuck with that. Number 14, I don't know how to say this. Beloit.
Oh, the Beloit Snappers?
Beloit Sky Carp.
Oh, I thought that used to be the Snappers.
I like that.
Could be that. Number 13, the El Paso Chihuahuas.
Mm-hmm.
Sick.
I have a Chihuahuas hat.
Yeah.
Number 12, the Fort Myers Mighty Muscles.
have a Mighty Muscles hat as well.
Are they jacked?
I've been to some Mighty Muscles games.
Is it like the shellfish?
I'll
jacked up?
Yeah, I'll wear it on Wednesday.
The mollusk?
Number 11, the Montgomery Biscuits. That was kind of big.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a sweatshirt of that.
Number 10, Biloxi Shuckers. Biloxi, that's in Mississippi.
Yep.
Shout out to me for knowing that. Number 9, the Hartford Yard Goats. Yard Goat is hard.
The Yard Goats.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yard Goat is hard. I like that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Their hats are very cool too.
It's like digital, like almost like camouflage. Their jerseys. But anyway. Number 8, the Lansing Lugnuts. That was kind of weak. Number 7, the Sugarland Space Cowboys. I did not know this. I live in Sugarland.
You gotta get to a game.
Yeah, I literally live here. That's
Space
crazy.
Cowboys, hit them up.
Number 6, the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Chaps is always rocking their shit.
Number 5, the Albuquerque Isotopes. That's crazy. You knew that, big team.
I know. Minor league baseball, I got you, brother.
That's wild. Number 4.
Can I guess number 1?
Yeah, when I get there.
Okay.
Calm down, man. Number 4 is the Akron Rubber Ducks.
Yep.
I have one of their hats.
I love the
Number
rubber
3
ducks.
is the Binghamton Rumble Ponies.
Binghamton.
What is it?
Binghamton.
Bingham.
And I saw a tweet today. Hold on, let me find it. They're changing the name.
So I thought that's what prompted PFT to say this.
So did I. So they're the Mets AA affiliate, Binghamton. It's in Binghamton, New York. Rumble Ponies, but they're changing their name to the Binghamton Bathtub Donkeys for certain games next season.
Oh, certain games? It's not even a full-time switch?
Yeah.
A lot of teams do that. Like the Staten Island Yankees, I think they no longer exist, but when they existed, they became the Pizza Rats for a few games when Pizza Rat went viral.
Remember him?
Yeah, like the
We are all Pizza Rat.
Yeah.
Rochester Red Wings did like Rochester garbage plates for a little while.
I love
What's the Trash Pandas? Isn't that one?
that's my guess for what number 1 is. Yeah, the Rocket City Trash Pandas. But
Number 2 is the Amarillo Sod Poodles. That's kind of hard. I like that one. Sod Poodles. And number 1 is the Rocket City Trash Pandas.
Wow.
my favorite
Got
of
it.
all time.
Tim Tebow actually played for the Binghamton team for a summer.
Binghamton.
I
fucked that up.
I love the Rumble Ponies logo, and I would buy some of their apparel, but they're a Mets affiliate, so I won't do it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a big thing when Tim Tebow, I was in college, and I went to college like an hour away from Binghamton, and people would go to Binghamton all the time just to go watch Tim Tebow.
One of my favorite, this isn't a promotion, but it's a hat. I forget which Nats affiliate it is. It's a lower one. But they made after the Nats won the World Series, they wore a uniform that the hat was George Washington spraying champagne, and it's awesome. But again, can't wear it because it's celebrating the Nats winning a title, but it's incredible.
I would wear that hat. The Altoona Curve in 2003 did Awful Night to make the worst ballpark experience that you could possibly imagine. They had David Hasselhoff, William Shatner as the music through the loudspeakers. The batting average was displayed on the scoreboard as failure average. And they did autograph sessions with the ballpark cook. They had bobbing for onions. They tried to toss helium balloons. And they gave the first 1,000 fans a photo of the general manager, Todd Parnell's recently removed gallbladder. They gave away the organ in the post-game raffle, and they love Awful Night, and they keep doing Awful Night over and over and over again. Maybe the craziest team is the Brooklyn Cyclones, though.
They're in the New York Penn League, too.
The Brooklyn Cyclones, they're on Staten Island, right?
They're in Brooklyn.
Yeah, but not Staten Island.
Coney
Island.
Yeah.
Yes, it's right next to the beach out there in the
Yes,
amusement
it's
park.
in the
Yeah, so the Brooklyn Cyclones, Tim Tebow might have played for them too at some
I
point.
believe he did.
That's where the One Bite Pizza Fest was, the initial one.
Yes.
So they've done some crazy shit, all at their
Oh,
July
I think I know what you're talking
July 19, 2009. This is all stuff that happened at this game. They did barefoot and pregnant. So if you were pregnant, they let you run the bases with no shoes on before the game. You got a bunch of pregnant ladies out there running around. Same game. They had a craving station where there was a table on the concourse level that offered pickles, ice cream, and anchovy pizza. If you were pregnant, you were allowed to eat that.
You'd get sued for this.
The theme of the night was bellies and baseball, a salute to pregnancy. They had the 7th inning stretch marks. Pregnant women were allowed on the field in the 7th inning to sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." They did a pregame Lamaze class on the grass in the outfield.
That's
Actually,
nice.
It sounds kind of nice, right?
Yeah.
Probably the biggest patch of grass that you can find in Brooklyn. Any woman that gave birth at the ballpark before the end of the game got free Cyclones season tickets for life for each member of her new family
Nice.
if you give birth there.
All right.
And for naming rights, any expectant mother that agrees to name their child Brooklyn or Cy would get free season tickets for life. And any woman in her 3rd trimester got to throw out a ceremonial first pitch before the game.
That's unreal.
I went to one Cyclones game in my time in New York City.
Yeah, I've never been there. I want to go. The Staten Island Yankees, actually, when they played, this was after the Astros cheating scandal, when like that season, the next season, they were playing the team that I worked for, the Tri-City Valley Cats, because it was a Astros affiliate. The first, like, however many fans got like a mini trash can, like one to like put in your car or something as like the promotion for the night
I love that. Shout out
after the scandal.
Shout out to all the minor league baseball teams out there. You're like sharks. You have to keep swimming.
I never made
can't
it.
It is
you can't
tough.
stop.
It's a tough world.
I never made it to Staten Island, but the view from their stadium is incredible if you've never seen it.
It is.
It's very fun. I recommend working in minor league baseball
Mm-hmm.
as like an intern or something.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
It's fun, and it's also cool because like every once in a blue moon, someone actually like makes it big.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you knew them back then, and
Yeah.
it's funny. My dad actually works for the team now that I used to work for.
Oh,
It's
yeah?
a real full circle moment. Yeah.
Wow.
We used to get him a hat every Father's Day for a different minor league baseball team. So he's like Big T. He knows a lot about minor league baseball.
I've got a bunch of different minor league hats. I have all the Braves ones.
Mm-hmm.
Mighty Muscles, Trash Pandas, Chihuahuas.
Biscuits.
I do not have them. I have a couple Nashville Sounds hats. I have the Tennessee Smokies, the Augusta Green Jackets, but that's one of the Braves ones, a bunch of different ones.
Maybe if anyone's listening that works in minor league baseball and they want to do a macrodosing night,
Yeah.
that'd be fun.
Or send us stuff like they do for Mostly Sports.
Can you gamble on it?
I don't think so.
I doubt it.
I don't know, but I know that they have like AHL and stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't see why there wouldn't be.
I feel like if anything, it'd be like AAA,
Yeah.
Yeah,
not like
those are like the actual
independent.
players.
Well, definitely not independent.
yeah,
Yeah.
The Charleston River Dogs did Tanya Harding night,
that's good.
where they honored Tanya Harding. They invited her.
They honored
Yeah.
her?
Yeah, she was there. And just coincidentally, it was also free miniature bat giveaway night.
Interesting.
But she did not know. They did not tell her that it was going to be free bat giveaway night at the same time that they were honoring her.
That's unreal.
So she showed up and she was super pissed off about it.
no shit.
I-
Yeah,
Well, maybe
Yeah.
she should have not hired somebody
Yeah,
to beat
maybe-
up
well.
her competition.
so true.
Yeah, that's a great troll though.
That's so funny.
Shout out to the minor league teams out there. We appreciate your work.
Yeah, shout
Yeah.
out. Very
Unsung
fun.
heroes.
We got voicemails.
We do.
Before we get to voicemails, let's talk to you real quick about our good friends over at Steven Singer and Steven Singer Jewelers. Steven Singer has got you covered this upcoming Valentine's Day season. The I Hate Steven Singer guy, you've heard about him, you've seen his billboards, you heard him on the radio. But you know who hates him? Other jewelers. They hate him. And it's because Steven's got the #1 gift for Valentine's Day, and I'm excited to talk to you guys about it. It's a real long stem American Beauty rose, and it's dipped in pure 24 karat gold, preserved to last a lifetime. Their 24 karat gold dipped roses start at just $59. The beautiful Valentine's Day red rose won't wilt, it won't die, and it's a perfect gift for your first rose. It's a unique, sentimental, and lasts a lifetime. It's guaranteed to last a lifetime. Big T, talk about how great these roses are. I'm going to go grab one and bring one over because we have some over here.
Yeah, we've had these for a while. They're very nice. They are the best from Steven Singer. PFT's grabbing it right now. Can see the gold on there.
Sparkles from across the room, right? Look at this rose. Beautiful. That's 24 karat gold right here. And it's an actual rose. It's been dipped, so it's going to last a lifetime. You can add your own personalized love message in Steven's unique gift box, and it ships for free. If you're a collector, check out their brand new exclusive Peacock Teal Rose. Actually, that sounds fire, doesn't it? Yeah. Peacock Teal. It's a unique gift. It's sentimental. It lasts a lifetime, and it starts at just $59. Go to IHateStevenSinger.com. Get real roses dipped and trimmed in real gold from a real jeweler that you can trust. Steven Singer Jewelers. Go to IHateStevenSinger.com. These voicemails are also brought to you by Stella Blue Coffee. Stella Blue Coffee, we believe life's too short for bad coffee. This year, we're asking you to stop settling for boring big coffee beans and make the switch to Stella Blue. Stella Blue's premium coffee beans are hand-selected, Big Cat approved, and crafted to fit your coffee routine, whether that's ground, whole bean, K-Cups, or cold brew. And every sip helps to save homeless dogs. They team up with Paws here in Chicago. Great organization. Love Paws Chicago, and they're a proud partner of Stella Blue. The best part is if you sign up for the coffee subscription before January 31st, you get 20% off your first 4 orders, free shipping, and a chance to win one of 10 Ninja Dual Brew Pro Coffee systems. Go subscribe today at StellaBlueCoffee.com. Save dogs and dollars all year long. All right, bring back the Macrodosians for some voicemails. We missed you guys.
Hey, this is Matt from Oceanside. I am just calling to ask. Me and my girlfriend of 4 years are going to be moving in together soon, so any advice that you guys have for us, anything that I should know? Appreciate you guys. Good luck on the dating show, and Arian, hope you hit it straight. Stay beautiful, stay handsome. Love you guys.
Okay, any advice on moving in? And how long have they been dating?
4 years.
So you guys probably know there's been overnights, probably some extended trips together.
Yeah, for sure.
Some sleepovers.
Fantasy suites.
Right? It is a little bit different when you start living with somebody. It's there's going to be slight changes, probably bathroom hygiene and cleanliness. It's going to come into play a little bit. Set ground rules. No expectations. And I'm not saying NO expectations. I'm saying KNOW. Know what the expectations are. So that way you're not going to be surprised if you're not living up to them.
Yeah, that's a good one. I would say I give this advice to a lot of people, a lot of couples, is like over communicate. If something's bothering you, like put it out there on the table, because if you don't, it'll fester and it'll manifest in other ways that you don't intend it. You know what I'm saying? If you hate the towel she picked, or you know what I'm saying, if she hates the way you don't wash the dishes after you do, whatever the case may be, over communicate it that way, because it could be something small. They'll be like, oh man, I didn't even know, my fault. Yeah, no, I'll fix that habit right away. Where if little things add up over time, and that could be, they start to breed resentment, and that resentment can turn into like very ugly sides of each other if you're not careful. And so overly communicate, like hey, listen, and always be kind in the communication. Start from the premise of, yo, this person is not against me. I'm not against this. This is not me versus you. I'm with you. I'm working with you. And I think when you operate from that premise, it becomes a lot easier to communicate, because a lot of times it becomes me versus you. And then it becomes, oh, you're trying to fuck me over. And it's never really the case. Is if you just communicate from the jump, like, yo, hey, I know you're not trying to do it intentionally, but when you do this, it makes me feel like this. I know that's like therapy talk, but it really helps to communicate like that. It kind of lets the guards down and the walls down to be like vulnerable, because when you're living with somebody, that's the epitome of vulnerability. They're seeing every side of you. And then lastly, I would say, don't be afraid to take some space. It's like a roommate or a brother or a sister or whatever the case may be. It can be, I see you all day, every day. And while love is amazing, it's great, you still need to develop that side of yourself away from your partner. So take some space for yourself and allow time to miss somebody. That's important.
Mm-hmm. I would also say, pick your battles too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Not everything. You might not love the decorative towels. They might not be what you would pick out. Is that something that you want to have a fight over? Mm-hmm. Or is there something more important that you're thinking about? Also, big thing, I would highly recommend having a comprehensive conversation about what the financial situation looks like in terms of bills if you're living together. Who's responsible for rent or mortgage? What percentage are you guys paying on bills? Is one person paying for everything? If so, is everybody comfortable with that arrangement? Is there a breakdown of bills that one person thinks that they should not have to pay? You should have all these conversations before you decide to do that. And then if you can't reach a decision about something that works for both of you, then that's going to make you know ahead of time, like, this might not work out. It's going to be something that we just can't stand.
Yeah,
so
because
I would have like a very in-depth conversation.
1,000%. And I would go separately. You should tell them, like, write a list of all the concerns that you do have, all of the things that you're worried about, whatever the case may be, all the expectations. Have that conversation. They come with their list, you come with your list, and at the end, that's a great point, because at the end, you obviously love this person, and I've seen the best of friends, whether it be roommates or lovers. I've seen the best of friends end up hating each other because when they lived together, they didn't have these conversations, and expectations lead to disappointments and betrayal, and it can just get really messy really fast. And not to scare you off, but like that's the world. This is experience. I'm almost 40 years old, and I've seen a lot of this type of stuff take place, all because there was a lack of communication. Most wars are started because of lack of communication.
Good point. Also, if you can get 2 bathrooms, that's cool too.
That would be amazing. Yeah.
His and hers bathroom that's the ultimate setup.
I agree.
Because most guys, you don't pay attention to the small stuff in the bathrooms like girls do. And also, it's nice to have a place if you got to go poop and she has to do her makeup, that you're not like holding up her entire day.
You go into her bathroom, there's like 40 different bottles of things. You know what I'm saying? And you go to a dude's bathroom, there's like soap and shampoo and conditioner if he's really up on his shit. But if not, soap and shampoo. And it's just like there's 2 different worlds. They live in 2 different worlds.
Yeah, he's got the all-in-one bottle. It's the conditioner, the shampoo, body wash, mouthwash. What else can you fit in there?
But the cabinet for a dude is it's real slim.
It is. A bar of soap with a hair on it.
You do bars of soap? I do the body wash.
I do the body wash too, yeah. Body wash guy.
What brand?
It varies.
Okay.
Yeah, I buy out of
You're not
convenience.
brand loyal?
I'm using natural right now.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, I buy out of convenience and smell. Like whatever's there, but if I see something that I like, I grab it. But usually I'll go Dove.
Dove's good.
Dove. And then I got put on this after you wash, you do the body scrub stuff where I feel like sand and shit on you to exfoliate or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, that shit feels good on the body, dog.
You do that after you wash?
Are you supposed to do it before?
I don't know.
Do it. I think you do. Well,
I thought it was after.
This is coming from a girl. I exfoliate and then body wash.
Oh.
Because it's like now you get all the dead skin off. Now you're getting straight to the source.
Mhm.
Honestly, I don't even know what exfoliate means. I just know it feels really good. So it makes sense.
Yeah.
Get the dead skin off and then wash.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. My fault. I'm exfoliating.
No, not your fault.
first.
We're learning. It's a learning experience.
Hey.
All right, good question.
Also, I think he's in a good spot if he's a guy and he's wondering how to do this well.
That's true.
Facts. Those are facts.
Curiosity is a good thing.
I was just listening to the pod, and you guys talked about what would happen if, like, say, aliens rolled up to Mars and be like, no, this is our planet. How do you think aliens would react towards, like, our nuclear weapons? Do you think they would be very intimidated? Or do you think they'd be like, no, we got shit way stronger? I mean, maybe. We got planet-killing stuff, so they might be kind of scared. Love you guys. Stay up. Stay handsome. Stay beautiful. Hey, Arian, I hope you had a good night. Love you guys. Bye.
I think aliens would look at us like if somebody rolled up to like Washington D.C. on a horse and expected everybody to bow down to him because he's conquered a horse. Like, oh, look at this man that has channeled the energy of another animal. We all must worship you now. If we rolled up with a nuke, they're like, yeah, buddy, we had nukes 6,000 years ago.
Yeah, I think if you're traversing the skies in a effective way, that's why I don't buy the aliens are here to conquer thing. It's just it takes so much effort and energy and intellect to do that. If you're doing that, I doubt you want to just go out of the way to step on an anthill. You know what I mean? And they're probably looking at us like, yeah, this dead man. They some weirdos on that planet.
I also think that they would see us with nukes and be like, that's like a child holding an M80 in their hand.
Yeah, who gave
Like,
y'all that?
dude, be careful. Put that shit down. It's dangerous. Gonna hurt yourself. All right, good question.
What if they come with an updated Bible?
Interesting.
I think people would just react to the Bible based on whether or not they like the message of it.
Yeah,
That's how they would choose if that was real.
I'd be down for an update. It's about time. We need an update.
Mm-hmm.
Vatican IV, New Bible.
Hey guys, it's Squeaks back again.
Squeaks.
It's currently noon on Sunday. I'm outside of Highmark Stadium, about to go to the game.
Hell yeah.
Deal. I got another predicament.
Wait, pause this voicemail real quick. Did Squeaks apply to date Mackenzie?
I don't know.
Oh my God. I don't know Squeaks' real name, so I'm not sure.
Not to throw him at you, Mackenzie. I don't know if
Well, he's also a 21-year-old college
I
student.
don't know if his,
Oh, he's only 21.
if his
He's in
lifestyle
college.
is agreeable with you.
It might not be.
Did you
Yeah.
did you specify whether or not the guy has to have a bed frame?
Bed frame.
Yes. Oh, I did. I said at least 2 pillows on the bed too.
Okay.
That does not mean bed frame.
They need a bed frame.
Okay. All right. Update it.
Thank you, though.
Who would have thought? So there's this girl that I was hanging out with a couple times last semester. She's pretty cute. She was on the soccer team, and we hung out a couple times. It was fun, but she's been texting me, over break saying that she wants to hang out again when we go back. But you might be asking right now, Squeaks, what's the problem? This sounds like a great plan. What's holding you back? Good question. He
Thanks.
is maybe the worst kisser in the entire world. Maybe it's not her fault, but she just shoves her tongue down my fucking throat, and it's not pleasant. I don't know. Maybe I could talk to her about it. Maybe try to coach her up a little bit. That seems like an awkward conversation that I don't really want to have. Or I could just ditch her. No, I don't know. Maybe I could just ditch her and move on to the next one. Oh my God. No, I won't do that. I don't know. I'm conflicted. So let me know. Squeaks out. Oh wait, I had one more question for you guys. Not.
Nailed it.
Dude, so sick.
Shout out to Squeaks, man. You can look at it two ways. She's not a good kisser because she's not experienced, and that could be viewed as a positive, right? I mean, she's not tonguing everybody down into town. Not saying that if you're a good kisser, that's what you're doing. I'm just saying this could be the case. So whether you like her or not, Squeaks, you could be like, hey man, I'm gonna keep it a bean. The vibe when we kissing is not really there, and I think we should just slow it down, just slow it down a little bit. I've had to have that conversation before, like, okay, you kind of attacking me, and I ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna kiss you. Just relax. I'm gonna be right here. You gotta have a conversation because it's a reciprocal energy. Like we don't want to be. You want to bite my face off? I'm gonna bite your face off. It's weird. It can get weird. Slow down. It's all right. We're here. You can have a conversation, or you can peace out.
Yeah, I think if you have a normal conversation, you tell her what you like.
Mm-hmm.
Most people want to know what the other person likes. Be like, start out slow.
Yeah, I'm a slow cooker.
Yeah. Rev me up. Don't just press. I'm not a button.
Yeah. From my experience, people that don't kiss a lot. Well, this is growing up. Now I'm old. Everybody that didn't kiss before, but like when I was younger, like people that weren't really experienced, they were the ones that were just like, they just did what they saw rather than and so they emulated. So they just try to eat your face, and you don't got to do that. Nice and.
Or if you want to play defense, you could just chew a lot of gum. Like if you have a big wad of gum in your mouth all the time, it makes it harder for her to jam her tongue in there. Sorry, I can't do that. I'm chewing gum.
Kissing is an art, man.
I would really want to go into like witness protection program though if someone was like, you're the worst kisser I've ever had in my whole entire life.
But the thing is, you can get better at kissing.
Yeah,
Can you?
Kissing's probably the easiest thing to improve on.
Yeah, you don't know what you don't know, and also it's also a synergy thing. So like,
yeah,
like if you kiss somebody for a long time, like if you're going with somebody, wife, long time girlfriend, like the tendencies of which way to move the head, which way to like what to do. You're dancing. It's a dance. But if it's a new thing, okay, that was our first run. we gotta clean up here. You know what I'm saying? I went left when you should have went right when I stepped. You know, it's a dance. You gotta dance with them.
Kissing's a really strange thing, isn't it?
It doesn't make
It's like
any sense. It doesn't.
I
really-
like this person so much, I want to put my mouth on their mouth. Just touch the parts of our body where we eat.
Look, it gets way crazier.
What do you mean?
Explain.
Yeah, what do you mean?
People eat ass.
Yeah, that's true.
Wait, what?
People eat ass, Arian.
Like kissing
No,
is child's play.
That feels good though.
No.
Like you get actual sexual arousal from that. Like kissing ain't really. That don't really do anything.
How did we get here?
Huh?
It squeaks.
Yeah, Squeaks did it.
You be uncomfortable when we talk about sex every time, Big T.
No, I was just. It was just such a
No,
leap.
I am.
From kissing. To
Also,
eating
you saying
ass?
kissing.
Kissing is
Also, you saying like kissing does nothing is crazy.
No. I'm saying there's that stimulates the mind, which can stimulate your sexual organ. Literally, it stimulates. The asshole is a sex organ. Like you have, it feels good, brother. It's why when you push one out, sometimes that feels really good. You know what I mean? That's what it is.
I never feel like more of a man than when I push something huge out of my ass.
Y'all ain't gonna let me hang on that one. You ain't never pushed
so
one out and you
straight.
was like, yo.
No, you're right. You're right.
wait, isn't that just a wait? I'm gonna wait.
Taking a big dump feels good. Yeah.
The actual hole
Is it-
is a part of it. Like it
I
stimulates.
don't get.
Yeah.
I've never been aroused by taking a shit, but I'm like,
I'm not saying you're rushed,
oh,
but
yeah,
it feels good. That's what I'm saying. It stimulates. It feels good.
Isn't that just a guy thing though?
no.
Like that the male G spot is in your ass? Is that a joke?
I don't know.
there's
I don't know where.
prostate.
I've never been a girl, so
There's the prostate, and
True,
the
fair
prostate. You
enough.
can like if you go to the doctor, I think they can like force you to have an orgasm.
really,
Interesting.
Yeah, I think that's how it works.
Why
in,
would they
that
have
it sounds
that's
like
how
an
it works
old fable. Is this true? Can we get
No,
some
no,
fact
because
checks
it
on
works. That's how vets do it sometimes
for dogs.
for animals. I don't know about dogs. Jersey Jerry used to just jack them off.
So
Old
true.
school, blue collar.
Definitely.
Yeah, I did.
Blue
I
collar.
work with my hands. No, but yeah, there's like erogenous zones down there. I'm just saying that kissing is a weird thing. It's like I don't get me wrong. I like kissing. Kissing's great.
Oh wow! Prostate
But don't-
exam only takes a few seconds. Very few guys can shoot a load that quickly. Nonetheless, it does happen, and it is indeed rare.
But you see somebody and you're like, they're very attractive. I would like to put my lips on their lips.
I just think that's the start.
That is the start. Mad Dog's really, really connecting kissing with ass eating today.
Yeah, you
No,
made
There's
that
like
leap.
there's
Yeah,
like
you-
six
you brought it-
bases in
you-
between that, Mad Dog.
She's like,
You're in the on
"There's
deck
a-
circle,
There's way more.
and you're
that was
writing,
not what I was
you're
expecting.
writing your
you
Hall
to
of Fame
say.
induction speech.
No, but like you're like, isn't it crazy that like people touch tongues? No, it's crazy that people are licking other people's buttholes.
Well, you don't do it
That
like
is
after
crazy.
a workout or nothing like that. You gotta make sure they showered, man. Like, what you want over there, bro?
It's sterilized.
That is crazy.
It's still like it's. But if we're taking like a bird's eye view and like just really thinking about it, other things in between are also crazy.
Like what?
It's all crazy,
Yes.
and then
This is
you can like form a baby from some of it. You can create human
there's only
life.
one thing
Yeah.
you can form a baby from.
Yeah, but then it's like that's crazy too.
Having babies
Yeah.
is weird. We are mammals, and they grow inside of you. That's
Me and Mackenzie.
yeah, don't grow
Yeah.
inside of me. Yeah,
No.
I mean,
Arian and I and Big T will never have a night dedicated to us at the Brooklyn Cyclones game.
So true.
That's so true.
can't ever run them.
Get like us.
Oh.
But yeah, like that stuff is crazy to think about on like on a macro level.
It starts with a kiss.
How did
ends
it-
up at a minor league
Literally.
baseball game.
Mm-hmm. All right,
But
we
yeah.
got another voicemail.
One more, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, just tell her how you like to be kissed.
Oh yeah. Sorry, Squeaks.
I think if you just have a
Oh,
if
yeah,
you're-
for sure.
Squeaks, you sound like a cool guy.
Yeah.
Just be like, hey, slow down. Hey, I like it when it starts slow, and then we can get more aggressive if we feel like it.
As long as the relationship's like worth it to him,
Mhm.
because if he's gonna like drop her weeks later or whatever, like don't put her through that either way.
Yeah. Like if you're just looking to hook up, I don't think it's worth it. But if you're looking like you actually like this girl,
I mean, if the sex is good, you can deal with bad kissing.
Maybe she wants the advice. I don't know though. Maybe she cares.
Sometimes ignorance is bliss.
No, but don't say it like you're the worst kisser I've ever had. Be like, hey, this is what I like.
Yeah.
If you say it in a cool way, she'll be like, oh, okay.
Oh, chill.
Yeah.
I really like kissing you, but, and then tell her every way that she's kissing you wrong. But
Don't
if you say it
punch me.
way, yeah.
Yeah. Be nice. Okay. One more.
What's up, Macrodosing Pod? This is Bill from Atlanta, Georgia. Shout out Big T. Wanted to get y'all's opinion on a little conundrum that I'm in. A little over a year ago, I agreed to join a Dungeons and Dragons group that was run by my brother. Just thought it'd be kind of fun, a little bit outside of my comfort zone, just something new to do. And it was fun. But I pretty quickly realized that everybody else in this world is just way more into it than I am. Feels like it should be an easy out, just like, hey, not into it. But it turns out this thing is kind of like an indefinite commitment. And as mentioned previously, it's run by my brother. So need a way to strategically get out of this without hurting feelings or screwing up the group. Would love y'all to weigh in. Love the pod and can't wait to hear your opinions. Thanks.
Long COVID, still going around. You can have it for years if you need. You got long COVID. Can't be spreading that.
This is a very interesting conundrum. Because it shouldn't be an awkward situation, but it is. It definitely is.
I mean, yeah, if it wasn't for brother.
He kind of cut out.
Quit.
What was the I know you wanted to join a Dungeons and Dragons group, but
no, he's in a D&D group, but he doesn't love it. And he wants to quit, but he can't quit because his brother runs the game. And everybody else is really into it, and they would be upset, he thinks, if he quit. But it's a big commitment. Like, they do it all the time.
Yeah.
So how do you quit?
It is a commitment. I was in a D&D group when COVID popped off with one of my homeboys. And lovely group of people, dog. I had a blast. It was really fun. But it came a point in time where it's like I was going through like a lot of stuff, and I didn't have the energy to keep doing it every, I think it was like once a week.
Mm-hmm.
And so after a while, I just let them know that, yo, I can't keep this up, but I appreciated them for allowing me to be a part of their world. You know what I'm saying? I think you can bow out gracefully and be like, yo, I appreciate y'all letting me be a part of this. I just can't commit to it like this week in and week out, but I appreciated it all. And it was genuinely a fun time, and I made some really good friends. It was dope.
That's a very mature way to do it. I was going to suggest just attacking everybody else in your group every week.
You sabotage?
Sabotage it, like fuck around and make everybody hate you.
The fun thing was in mine, I was what was that? I forget what the class was called, but I was like a thief. And so every time we would go to a new town, I'll call it sweetness. I was like, I want to do a sweetness check, and I would have to roll to see like how much sweetness was around me. Sweetness meaning like who around me was vulnerable so I could rob. So I could, every new town, they was always like, bro, no, not here. And I'm like, I gotta check. We gotta see who's sweet. And so I would like rob people all the time. And if we got caught, that means we would have to fight. You know? So it was really fun though. It became a joke. But like, I would say I was sabotaging. I was just making it fun for me. You know what I mean? And I loved robbing the towns for sure.
If you just make yourself a real asshole during the game, they won't want you back. Or maybe you find somebody else. Maybe that's your assignment. Like, find your replacement. You know what? You know who's here today is Tim Woods. He runs the D&D game for Part of My Take. I'm going to go grab him real quick, and we can ask him this question because I feel like he would have really good advice for this. All right. Arian, this is Tim
Hi,
Woods.
Arian.
What's up, brother?
Great to meet you.
Likewise.
I'm a big fan of macrodosing.
Oh, that's love, man. I've seen you on PMT, man, doing
Absolutely.
your thing over there. What's the word you always say?
Absolutely. Which I didn't know I said that often until I started showing up on the show. And now my whole family is like, oh God, we all say it, don't we?
It's a great trait, though, for somebody that runs a game. it's like, yeah, these are all good things. Let's work with it.
100%. It's all about the enthusiasm.
Yeah, so we just got a question about D&D, and as a pure coincidence, Tim was maybe 5 steps away from the office.
It's an honor.
So brought him in. Tim does the D&D games for Part of My Take, and you've seen him everywhere. He does run games for listeners, too. If you want to contact Tim on social media, that's Tim with 2 M's, Tim Woods.
Absolutely.
And so the question was, we have a listener who is in a D&D game.
Ooh.
His brother runs the game. He thought that he'd be super into it. He's given it a shot. He doesn't love it.
Oh.
And he wants to know how he can bow out of the game gracefully so that his brother will be okay with it and the other people in the group that are really into it won't hate him forever for saying, hey, this isn't for me.
Oh my God, this is a really good question. This is
Yeah.
a tough one. I thought it was
is.
gonna be like, is D&D fun? Like, this is a that's not an easy one to answer, honestly. Yeah.
My suggestion was that you just start screwing up the game. And you start attacking all your teammates and essentially what we do every single time.
Arguably, yes. Yeah. I think that is a very common way to bow out of the game, is to cause enough havoc that people ask you to leave 100%. I mean, I always think like the toughest thing about a D&D table is like you just got so much of it is like people going on Reddit and being like, how do I solve this problem? How do I solve that problem? It's all just being social with people and talking with people about it. I feel like the best way to handle it is to be honest and stuff and just talk with your brother about it, but that's not the most fun way to handle it. I feel like you could start asking for things in the game that he can't give you maybe, and that can be a fun way to get like kicked out of the group.
What would be a good example of that?
I feel like if you ask him to if you ask your brother to make you higher level than everybody else so that you can win the game and beat everybody else and be like, hey, can I kill the other characters and stuff? That would be a great way if you're trying to get kicked out of the game. Honestly, if you're just trying to bow out though, tell your brother and then the two of you can cook up a way to surprise the other characters and have you get killed during the game. That's the coolest way to go out in a D&D game, honestly, is to have your character die in an epic way. And that's one that's actually going to make your brother really happy. I honestly feel like that would be a really fun one where it's like, you know, kill me off at this juncture, but do it in a really cool way that fits your story. In some ways, you think, okay, I'm disappointing my brother by like not wanting to continue playing D&D. But if you tell him kill me in a cool way, you're actually giving your brother a gift. You're giving your brother the gift of an awesome character death that he can then show off in front of the other characters and be like, could happen to you guys next.
I like that. You're involving him in the process, and also you're allowing him to express some of his frustration at you for leaving the group.
Honestly,
by killing you maybe in a very violent way.
I didn't even think of that, but he can embarrass you. He can kill you in like whatever way. He can use it as an opportunity to show how badass this monster or villain is. There's always DM's advice where you add in like a lovable character just so you can have the monster or villain kill that character. And then everyone's like, fuck that character. Like, we gotta get vengeance now. By bowing out of the game and killing your character off, you are setting up the party to get really excited, to avenge you, as it were.
Well, that's a great answer. That's a perfect answer. Thank you, Tim.
Absolutely. My
appreciate
honor.
it. And
Thank
I'll
so
see
much.
you in just like 2 minutes.
Absolutely.
And we'll go in there. We'll play D&D.
Looking forward to our game for
All right.
sure.
Thanks, Tim.
Excellent. Thank you.
That was really good talk. Glad we talked to Tim.
Seeing you, bro.
Absolutely.
Tim knows his shit.
Fantastic.
All right.
That's
Well,
a really good question.
thank you guys for listening to Macrodosing today. We will be back on Thursday. Until then, love you guys.